So in this exercise, I'm going to show you how to do the pelvic tilt, which is going to help keep your lower back nice and comfortable, as well as tighten your core. So it's a pelvic tilt and how to do it. For the pelvic tilt, there's a couple things to be aware of, all right? I'm using my buddy for today. This is my buddy for today, right? And your lower back, before we go into it, your lower back has naturally a curve to it, right? So your lower back has a curve. You can actually see it here on her lower back, the curve. She's not doing that purposefully, that's automatically there. Fun little tidbit, because of this natural curve, when you sleep, if you put a pillow right here, it's gonna help support that lower back, pressing it up and helping you feel more comfortable. That's just a side little tidbit, but let's go into the pelvic tilt. All right, so you see the natural curve here on her lower back. What she's gonna do is she's gonna kind of tuck in her belly, not suck it in, but imagine you're pressing down this lower back into the ground. She's gonna try to bring her rib cage forward and press her lower back into the ground. A great way to do this is if you have a small towel, right? Or like a sponge, you put it here on your lower back. I'm gonna use my hand. I can fit my hand comfortably underneath. That's how I know she has a natural curve. When she does the pelvic tilt, she's gonna be pressing her lower back onto my hand. Go ahead, do the pelvic tilt. So right now, I feel her lower back pressing into my hand, and that's how I know she's doing the pelvic tilt properly. Go ahead and relax. I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but go ahead and repeat it. Right there, I can feel the pressure. Relax. So what she's doing is she's almost trying to bring her hips forward and her rib cage forward, pressing down on her lower back. If I was to put a sponge or like a noodle, you would feel that noodle kind of being squished, right? Just like I can feel my hands. Go ahead and do it again. That's the pelvic tilt. In this position, whenever you want to work out your abs and not your hip flexors, you want to do a pelvic tilt, right? So what this is doing is it's relaxing the hips and tightening the core. That's going to make sure that a lot of the pressure goes towards the core and not the hips. Go ahead and relax. If you've ever done leg raises where you're laying down and you're raising the knees up or your legs up and you feel it on your hips, not your abs, it's because you're not doing the pelvic tilt, okay? If you ever do a glute bridge and you feel it, once again, on your hips, not your abs, or your back, sorry, it's because you're not doing the pelvic tilt correctly, right? So this movement right here, go ahead and do it again. Tilt and relax is basically what keeps your back safe. It basically relaxes your hips and tightens your core so you can get a better workout in. And that's how you do the pelvic tilt.